welcome to another edition of Kyle Meredith with. It's the interview series presented by WFPK at WFPK.org, Consequence, and the Consequence Podcast Network. Thanks for making your way here. For checking out the series, of course, you know what to do. If you like what you see, what you hear, hit that subscribe button. I put out new interviews just like this one every single week, so it's a great way to keep up with all of your favorite artists. And I'm so excited, an absolute legend. You know her as Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, Cassandra Peterson. Hello.
Hi, how are you, Gag? Good, how are you? I'm admiring your photos of Prince and David Bowie in the back. Wow.
I got
Two
to
of my
keep my heroes over my shoulder at all times, you know.
Oh man, I don't blame you. I keep them over my shoulder too. Uh, I've seen both them live in concert, and it was a couple of highlights of my life.
I bet, I never got to see Bowie. I saw Prince on his last tour, the Hit and Run tour that
Oh
stopped
man.
here. And in fact, I'm at a public radio station, among other things, here in Louisville, and he gave us a song to do a world premiere just because he loved public radio so much at the time. It was one of the best days of I was going to say of radio life, but just the best days of my career. That stuff.
Damn, he was awesome. I just I love Prince so much. He had one of the most fantastic concerts I've ever seen in my life. I mean, it was like he was some kind of a damn space alien or something. He was beyond good. It was scary. It was weird. I
Yeah.
mean, he was so good. It was just like, is this for real?
Right. And he
You know.
never lost it. He never lost it the whole way through there. I was actually, when you were talking about that, I was remembering your biography that came out a few years ago and just all of the stories, of course, as a music nerd, like you've lived the most incredible life. That's one of the greatest biographies I've ever read. I think I've told so many
Oh,
people about that book.
thank
And
you. Wow, I'm gonna make you my PR guy. Thank you.
happy to help. Happy to help. But you're back with a brand new book, Elvira's Cookbook from Hell, which is a whole lot of fun.
It is. I know it's backwards, but it is a whole lot of fun, and it's something I've been wanting to do for a million years. I'm not kidding. I have pitched this damn idea for so many years, you wouldn't believe it, and was always turned down by publishers because they just thought of it as the typical Halloween cookbook, of which there are millions.
Mm.
And I tried to explain it is not really a Halloween book, it's a year-round goth lifestyle entertaining. I'm like the Martha Stewart of the macabre, you know? So that's what I was trying to pitch. And they just didn't get the fact that there are people out there, and a lot of them, who live a year-round goth lifestyle.
Right.
I know. I mean, I get invitations every single week for goth weddings, goth baby showers. Yeah, you name it. So I know there's an audience for it, and so I'm hoping to prove that to the publishers when see how well it sells.
Well, just even the ability, if we want to take our imaginations there, to tie it into the grand universe of Elvira, because if for those of us, we've seen the movie Mistress of the Dark, like you are given a cookbook, it plays a big part of the
Right,
movie.
right.
Like, does this live sort of in that area? Do you think of it like that at all?
Well, that's a good point. I didn't really think about it. I did put that recipe in
Hmm.
my book, Adraka Kozerol. Um, can't really add Folemgra and Edraziva to it, but is strangely enough kind of a recipe from my childhood.
Hmm.
It's basically a green bean casserole in there, but my mom wasn't really what you call a chef. Everything we had was pretty much from cans. I didn't know that vegetables did not live outside a can until I was about 12 years old. I couldn't believe when I saw a vegetable that was growing in the ground. It was like, what?
That's where it comes from,
In
right?
cans. I mean, it was so crazy. But basically, we had this green bean casserole for every Thanksgiving. My mom didn't make it, somebody else did, but uh, mine is a little bit healthier. Hers kind of came from a can of Campbell's soup. Um, but the important part is that you get the cheese whiz and the crushed potato chips on top of it. My mom put that on everything just so we would eat it, I think.
Whatever it
Liver and
takes
onions.
when you're
Uh,
that
uh,
young. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Crushed
Yeah.
potato chips, cheese whiz on whatever it was. So yeah, that was kind of a take on my culinary experience growing up.
Yeah. Well, and remembering the biography too, because you did learn to cook, but you learned to cook in Italy, which
I
when we
was
talk about
forced to
stories, you
cook.
also get kidnapped in Italy, but it's
Yeah. A lot of fun things happen in Italy. Important things. Yeah, I wouldn't be who I was without that trip, I'll tell you. But yeah, I was in this band, I Latin Sotanta, which is so crazy. It was kind of more like Sergio Mendes and the Brazil 66, only I convinced them to let me do all kinds of pop songs that were popular, at the time. And so it went between those two genres somehow. Don't ask me. It was Italy. And anyway, there was another female singer, myself and another girl were the two front girls, and then we had a band. And her mom, her little Neapolitan mom traveled with us because she's Italian, and the mom comes with us. And the mama made me learn to cook, whether I wanted to or not. She was like, Cassandra, you're never going to catch a man, or you're never going to get married if you don't learn to cook. I didn't know how to even make water boil, I
right.
honestly, and she forced me, man. She wrote down those recipes. She watched me. She made me do it. Um, and I'm so thankful to her because, I just wasn't interested in it before, but it became kind of a hobby for me and something I really enjoy doing it. I just cooked dinner for 8 yesterday for my birthday. Um, yeah, and I gotta clean up still. That's the bummer. I don't like that part.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
An aside there. Well, I think that goes. You're talking about the goth entertaining maven, right? The Martha Stewart's style, and we get that because the recipes are in here, but you've also got little asides as well from these spiked napkins and the I'm trying to think the coffin serving tray and all of those. But that's like when you're putting a book like this together, the idea that you can put it through the lens of Elvira. I
Mhm.
mean, yes, makes it fun and points the way. And I'm sure because the hardest thing for anybody you've written before, the hardest thing is a blank page, right? Like
Oh,
you've got
it
all the
is.
freedom in the world. You can do anything you want. And you're like, fuck.
Yes. I was so happy to have somebody, a woman named Kim Laidlaw, who has done multiple cookbooks and kind of in the same genre. She did the Rocky Horror
Okay.
cookbook, and she kind of laid out for me what I needed to say, about the recipe, and then I took it and ran with it and made it Elvira. But just pulling that out of thin air is like I'm not Julia Child over here. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. But anyway, we worked it out with her and
Well, how do
I.
you come up with the concoctions then? Because I'm looking at some of these like the black magic margarita, the pasta spider salad, which I haven't tried yet. I mean, you took on the Bloody Mary, which is great because the name is there, but you're updating something that's so classic to people. Like, how are these concoctions actually created?
Um, okay, first of all, I first of all, and Kim searched books, old cookbooks. I had saved a couple of cookbooks that I'd come across, I don't know, like in the 80s, thinking to myself, someday I'm going to make like some of these recipes. And I'd use a few of the recipes, like Dead Man's Meatloaf, which I cooked for my daughter when she was little. I'd always have it for her birthday, which is in October. And she loved like cutting it open and have all the ketchup run out, look like blood. It was awesome. And our little poison mushrooms, poison toadstools, they're called in the book. Um, so I always made those things for her on her birthday. And so some of them were, I don't know. Okay, I lost my train of thought. Where the hell was I going with this? What was I doing?
We're talking about coming up with the concoctions, like for the book, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, coming
Yeah.
up with them. So I had a couple of these old cookbooks. A lot of the recipes I had tried and I really loved. Now you can't just steal someone's recipe out of a cookbook. You have to tweak it and make it your own. And that was up to the actual chef that we hired, and that was Kim, um, who took the idea and made it our own, and made it a little Elvira-ized. So I'd had these things for a long time. One also was a little cookbook that we had done as a kind of an invitation to Mistress of the Dark, the movie.
Mhm.
They sent it out to press and stuff, and it was a little short Cookbook, and so we took a lot of those and tweaked them. But recipes I'd thought of over the years and collected. And then she was able to, like I said, change them up, just took the ideas. And yeah, just try to make everything, Elvira. I mean, there's nothing new under the sun, people are gonna do things, but I did have some things like, well, they didn't end up the book like Halloweenies. That was something I did on my Movie Macabre show, just taking a drill and hollowing out a weenie and and filling it with cheese whiz, of course.
Of course, cheese whiz.
Thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Potato chips this time, but lots of cheese whiz.
And I'm guessing like you've tasted everything in the book. Like
Oh,
you all
yes.
ate it as well.
Yeah, when we were doing the photo session, I ate every damn one of those things. And I made a lot of them at home too. Just trying them out, making sure they were edible and they were good. But there were a couple things that as we were going along, we go like, I don't know about this one. And there were a couple of things that I felt were too difficult. There are a couple of very difficult things in the book. I am not a baker.
Mm.
So like the wedding cake,
Mm.
there's the Goth
A
wedding
lot of
cake.
directions on that one. Might be
I
maybe the most directions.
Oh yeah, tons of directions. It took up like 2 pages as opposed to one. And you really have to be a baker. And like I said, I am not a baker. So, but I am an eater and I ate that damn cake. It was so freaking good. So I hope people make it. But we did try, it was a 3-tier. We
Mm.
decided to go down to 2-tier just to make it, we didn't want any recipes that people are just going to go, well, this is impossible. It's like buying Julia Child's French cooking book, which I bought a million years ago. And I'm like, I can't make any of this damn stuff. This is impossible.
But I was just
So,
thinking, like, because what there was the movie that was made of somebody who actually did the Julia Childs, right? There was a
oh,
movie
it was
about the
so
lady
great.
who
I've
did it and
seen
started
all
the
of
blog.
her. Yeah,
But
all of
somebody's going to do that for you. Like you have such a hardcore fan base. You know there are people out there that's like, I'm going to do every single one of these.
I hope they do, and I hope they send me a piece of it when they do too, if it's the cake. Yeah, no, I really know there will be people, and there are people much more talented than me, that's for sure, at cooking. So I think some people haven't good at, an easier time of it. But we want to make a lot of recipes doable, things that one of my favorite things is and I actually made this, I called it white trash crack, but they wouldn't let me call it that. We named it Trick or Trash. And it's just like every horrible cereal that you could ever get, like Captain Crunch and Trix and Lucky Charms, all put in a big bowl with some nuts and some pretzels and stuff. And then you pour white chocolate all over it, let it get hard. I took it to a party once and honestly, this billionaire's house.
Mhm.
I was invited to a billionaire's house.
Right, because you
And
write about this in the cookbook too. This is,
I
yeah,
do. I mean, it was unbelievable. And I take this stuff, and I'm telling you, they went out of their mind for
yeah.
this. I mean, that's really, really unhealthy, but it is so good. It's so crazy good. Um, so, stuff like that. It's easy to make, easy and fast and fun.
I love that you call it the
I
white
would
trash thing.
recommend eating it every day.
Oh, sure, sure.
Once
But
a
I like that
week.
you call it the white trash thing because I do think there's a certain type of people like I grew up in my early parts of my life in a trailer park and that's what it was
Yeah.
terminology we all used too back then. So it's
So yeah, you wouldn't make a regular diet out of it, but once in a while, I think you're okay.
yeah, yeah. Well, I love knowing that these stories in there like that one like these are real stories that we're hearing
They're real stories.
because you never like when you have a character like that like Elvira like it does give you the freedom, if you wanted to go there, but this is the real stuff. This is really happening.
Yeah, and I realized that when I was writing the book, I had just come sort of off of writing my autobiography,
Mhm.
and so I wrote this kind of just all the intros to the recipes and the chapters, and suddenly I went back. The book was about to be kind of put to bed, and I went back and read it and went, this sounds too much like Cassandra Peterson. It does not sound Elvira-y enough. And I swear to God, I went from beginning to end, rewrote the whole damn thing, like in this the frenzy of like one week because it was ready to go. And if I missed that, we wouldn't be able to publish it before Halloween. So I went back and just put it more in Elvira's voice. I mean, I really had kind of overlooked that. I couldn't believe it. I had recently gotten Snoop Dogg's cookbook, which was like a bestseller. And every damn word of that book is in his voice. Now, whether he wrote it, I don't know, but it is totally how he talks and in his voice. And I suddenly had that dawn on me, and whew, it was a frenzy, right? Last minute freak out.
You put Elvira on the shelf and you just forgot to take her back off for a
I
second.
really did. I was having such a great time being Cassandra.
But like you've opened up this world now because there is the biography there was the photo book in the past too, but now the cookbook and the children's book in the same year. I mean, you were an author in this act that's going on right now. Is there more? Do you have more that you're wanting to do? You don't
Um,
have to tell me what. I just want to know that there's more to come.
there's more to come. I'm busy, busy, busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some things coming out. One next year, and then going to be working on some other projects. So yeah, it's been going. It took me 45 years to get here, but wow, now everything's happening. And it's like, damn it, why didn't it happen when I was really young and I had more energy? But anyway, better late than never, I guess, right?
I do want to circle back around real quick to the beginning when you were talking about being in the band in Italy because I keep these and of course I pull these out from time to time.
Awesome. I love that. Isn't that cool?
These are
I love
great. I do selfishly want a full album. Like you're friends with Jack White, you've got Third Man. Come on now. This is just a teaser. It's a good teaser, but it's a teaser.
Yeah, well, that is something Jack and I've been talking about. We've been thinking on it. You
I
never
love hearing that. How did you
know.
become friends with Jack? By the talk about like when you talk about goth icons. I
Oh,
love anytime you guys are posting pictures with each other.
oh my God. Thank you. I just got back not long ago from his house, his place in Detroit. Um, and Third Man Records in Detroit is so awesome. I mean, it's great in Nashville too, but um, it's so funny. Pee-wee introduced us. Um,
Really?
yeah, we were in Hollywood, and he called me one night and said, "Oh man, I have tickets to go see Jack White at the Fonda Theater, and I can't go. Do you and your daughter want to go, Sadie?" And she was a huge, huge White Stripe fan. And this is back, you know,
Mhm.
right when I think yeah, it was still when he was in White Stripes. And so Pee Wee offered me the tickets, and I was like, yeah, that sounds cool. I'm always up for a rock concert. So I take my daughter and we go there, and we get backstage passes, and we're sitting in the backstage area, and all of a sudden, the show's over. It was awesome. I was blown away.
Mhm.
And Jack comes out, and I'm going, my daughter's going, "Oh, do you think we can meet him?" And I'm going, "God, I don't know, honey. He's busy. He's got a lot of people here." He just made a beeline for me and went, "Oh my God, you're Elvira." We just have this mutual admiration club, I think. It was so funny. And we just developed a friendship from then on out. He came to see almost every year. He'd come with Pee Wee to see my show out at Knott's Scary Farm. I did a bit of production, and it just time went on, and we got to be really good friends. Yeah, I just adore him. He's brilliant. I had to go to his concerts all the time, and he's freaking awesome, isn't he? I mean, he's the best. To me, he's the best guitar player in the business. I
Yeah.
mean, after Jimmy Page, well, Jimmy Page and Jimi Hendrix.
Right. Yeah,
Uh,
Jack was just here in Louisville this past weekend
oh,
playing
he
at a
was.
festival, and he jumped up on stage with Ringo for a little help
Oh,
to my friends. They did
oh,
that
he was on
together.
his all-star band.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God, I've seen that many times.
Yeah. Yeah, Jack got up there and did that with him and everything. And of course,
He did.
yeah. But the whole show, the whole Jack White show, yeah, it's every time. It's what we said about Prince, right? It's every time.
Yep, yep. No, just killer, man. And have you seen that movie, They Might Be Loud?
Yes. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. With him and the Edge and Jimmy.
And
Yeah.
Jimmy Page. God, I love that movie. I love that. I recommend it to anybody who's into rock and roll.
Yeah, yeah, just putting those three in a room, masterminds, being like, here, just talk about it, just jam, just
Yeah,
jam.
I know. Isn't that insane?
Yeah, yeah, I love it. Well, I also love the tease that you just gave right there that we're maybe going to be getting more music out of this because it's like you said, it's yeah, it makes sure I put this on every Halloween, but I also put this on in February and throw these on sometimes and in June. It doesn't matter. Like the fact that you can do this stuff year round, it's you proving that this whole thing is more than just 1 month, that goth lifestyle. So
Yeah, well, that's my quest in life. Damn it. Halloween 365 days a year. I'm gonna tell Jack that you said that. So we get off your butt, Jack, and let's get going with this.
get the album going. You've got it in you. In the meantime, what a great cookbook. You've got Elvira's Cookbook from Hell. I enjoy this so much. I cannot wait to see where this adventure keeps going because it really is so fun to watch it. Congrats on this.
Thank you. Thank you. Wow, what a great interview. Let's do more interviews together. That was fun.
Stop by anytime. We'll make it a regular thing.
Okay.
We'll come up
Thank
with
you so much.
topics. We'll talk double fantasy next time. That's
Oh my God, I had that album.
yeah. I remember that's one of your like all-time favorites. I think it's what you said in the book at least.
It is one of my favorites. I was huge John Lennon fan, so still
Yeah,
am.
right on. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to hang.
Yeah, great to talk to you.
And thanks to my guest. Also, thanks to you for checking out the episode in the series. Before you get out of here, hit that subscribe button. Again, you get 3 brand new interviews every single week. New one every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at right here on YouTube, or of course anywhere in podcast land, including iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Podchaser, NPR, or WFPK.org as well. A great way to keep up with your favorite artists and discover new ones as well. Then after that, actually head over to WFPK.org. That's where I do a show Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern. It's an hour full of song premieres, music news, anniversary spins, bonus interviews, Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern at WFPK.org. Consequence has your music and film news. You can also find me on the social media spots, Facebook, Instagram, mostly on Twitter. All 3 of them, the address is at Kyle Meredith. Do hope you like and follow along. That does it for another edition. I'm Kyle Meredith. I'll see you next time.